Welcome back to another episode of Alchemize Your Life. I am your host, Tori, and today we have a very special guest. She is the host of Decisions podcast, formerly known as Horrible Decisions. She has a TV show on Fuse called Sex Cells, owns a Pilates studio in New York City called Trap House Fitness, owner of WTF Media Studios, which we are in right now, and now is a New York Times best-selling author. Welcome, Weezy.
I am so glad you said it. Because I was like, that's not in there. I've only been a New York Times best-selling author, by the way, to everyone watching, for less than 24 hours.
Yeah. That is amazing, though. And you found
I'm not dressed like one, if you're watching on the video.
That's okay. You don't have to be. You got the title. That's enough. While this is one of the most exciting things I've done, this is also one of the most nerve-wracking things I've done.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to use it as like a testament for this podcast because it's to inspire people to do the thing and like continue to build their dreams to do the scary thing. So yeah, this is like
sometimes it's interesting because like normally the person being interviewed is more nervous.
Yeah.
But I think the harder job is the opposite because you can have Cat Williams on your show, but if you don't know how to get him going and make him talk or say something funny, then it's going to suck.
Right.
Like I remember seeing Shannon Sharp and that interview went crazy and I watched it and I was thinking to myself, I haven't clicked on something else with Cat Williams in years. Like why? And I was like, oh, because these two in my head are going to make something happen. And that's the nice thing when you're like becoming an interviewer, your fans get to love you for like the style and like learning that. You trying it out on me is nuts.
I know. And that's the thing. I was like, not only is this my first guest, but my first guest is Weezy. Like she does this for real. And I'm sitting here like, hi, Weezy.
Well, I can tell you already by now, you open a show better than I do.
Girl,
a lot of
we've been here since 9 o'clock running.
Really? That's so good though.
Yeah. Like just trying to just like visualize, really like be here, visualize, get in the mindset and like just set myself up for like success.
Well, I've always said you have to fake it. Actually, funny enough, because you know, you were telling me about your show being about manifestation. One of my close friends, Nia, she's also my makeup artist. She's Haitian, so you know they already got a little voodoo in.
Mm-hmm.
She said to me years ago, while she was doing my TV show, like doing makeup on my show, that what did she say? Oh, she's like, girl, I had a dream with you last night that you were in a commercial with a convertible. And I was like, was I selling the car? She was like, I don't know. She said, I feel like you were being a sales pitchy person saying, if you don't have money, you got to fake it to make it. And you drove off. I was like, that's what you pictured? She's like, yeah, it was on TV. The next season of the show, Sex Cells opened with me in a convertible.
That's crazy.
And I was like, what the fuck? And then when she said that again to me yesterday, she was like, you have such a fake it to make it attitude. She's like, we won't be on the list. And you'd be like, don't care.
Yeah.
No, I'm on there. Yeah.
Well, sometimes you have to like just make it a thing. Like I always say, you make your experiences. Like you make what it's going to come out to be. Like even if like for this, I'm nervous. Or I had my first networking event a couple weeks ago.
What kind of networking?
It was like called The Frequency of Success or something like that. And it was her first live event because she had done virtual events already. But it was just my first event to go and network for myself because I am a life and manifestation coach. And I'm still just trying to like grow into that and like grow my brand and just learn how to navigate those rooms and talk to people. And so on the way there, I'm just like, it's going to be great. Like you have to talk what that experience is going to be for you. And I'm just like, yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to go fine. I'm going to be great at communicating. I'm going to talk to everyone. And it turned out to be like a really great experience. And it gave me such a confidence boost. And
because you know that you called it to will, basically.
Yes.
Like, well, you were at the thing last night. And at the end, when I talked about writing a book like that, one of my friends at dinner was like, bitch, I would have never thought you said manifesting years ago. And I'm like, yeah, but just think about the things I would tell you about my life. Like, it could be something as simple as, I don't even want you to tell me. I don't even want to hear it. I don't want to hear the consequences. It's going to work out. Now, that's a little too delulu. Y'all can't do that. But I really think I've always been like this. Now I just am using the tools. I think I was manifesting on accident.
Yeah.
Not intentionally. So I think when it's something that someone's trying to do, like, there's a fake it till you make it, but there's also like a real intentional thing.
Yeah.
Now, I could fake it by putting on a nice outfit. Like, you look like you could be walking into daytime TV, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's to fake it with intention.
Yeah.
It's not me waking up and be like, I'm going to be Barbara Walters. Yeah, that's not it. So I think when it comes to things like your successful path, it does come with being intentional and being like, no, I'm going to be in these rooms with these people because I belong.
Mm-hmm.
I told you I talk too much.
No, it's nice to hear, because even when I heard you say manifesting yesterday, it got me really excited, because I'm like, oh, like she believes in the manifestation of something that she wants. Is there like a visualization process that you do, or what tools you have when you're manifesting?
So I think the biggest one for me is I know what things feel like when they're good. I tell a lot of stories about people with kids, but I can tell one about money. Now,
I always say feeling is the most important thing for a manifestation. Like
that's the
vision,
connector.
Yeah, like the vision is important. It's important to know what it looks like, but like the real like secret sauce, I like to say, to manifesting is the feeling, because you can say like, I'm successful or all these things, but what you're saying and what you're feeling are two different things, and the vibration that you're putting out, which is that emotion, is what actually bringing within that.
See, saying it is being Mary Jane, right?
Yeah.
It's the posted shit. I am beautiful, whatever. Some of that works.
Right.
Because it's surface.
Right.
But the feeling for me, it's like, okay, gratitude to me is the baseline of manifestation. Mm-hmm. So an easy way, like let's just say anyone listening or watching, you're having a really bad day right now. Mm-hmm. How do you feel better? Gratitude is like the number one thing.
Right.
It's actually going to make you feel a little better. Yep. Like, you know what? Today sucks, but I still got my job. Fuck, my car has issues, but you know what? At the end of the day, my payment's on time. Yeah. You have to pull something out of it. Mm-hmm. So this feeling one, I was just thinking about. So I was having a conversation. It's hard. Okay, I was just going to. One of my co-hosts on one of my shows, for fact's sake, always makes jokes like, oh, let me pick up that name you dropped. But I don't drop names so people think I'm important. Right. I drop names so it'll attach to the story of how important it is. Mm-hmm. And for me, watching really successful people, not celebrity, really rich people, because I want money, talk about certain things, or when I'm watching certain things, I'm always trying to bring it up so you can understand. So I'm having a meeting with a guy in Hollywood. He's an EP on a lot of big shows. And I know I talk about Kenya Barris a lot, but I always say his name when I talk about Kenya. It's not Kenya. So I'm sitting next to this person. We're going through shit. And this feeling hit me. So this is before the pandemic. We're sitting down. And at the time, I didn't really have presence in Hollywood. So I was just happy to be there.
Yeah.
He was like, oh my God, I'm so glad we got to do this at this time. I've got to make it to Vegas. I forgot it's my daughter's 21st birthday. So his assistant said, it is? You don't have a flight. She's behind me. He's like, I don't have a flight. She's like, let me look. He's like, can you give me 1 second? I say, sure. She goes through the flight times. We're sitting down like 9 a.m. She's like, they have 12, 2, 7, and 10. He's like, fuck, her dinner's at 8. And like, if I make it at 7, what if it's delayed? It's not going to be on time. Can you just give me a jet? And she's like, okay. So then she said, do you want to know how much it is? He was like, is it more than 20? She's like, no. He's like, yeah, just get it.
20 grand.
So I'm looking at him and he's having this moment where he's like, damn, I just did all this in front of this bitch like it's normal.
Yeah.
She may not have $20,000. So we're looking and we're not saying anything. He's like, I'm sorry. I'm like, I don't care. I was like, matter of fact, ask her how much it was.
Right.
So he started laughing. He said, how much was it? She's like, it was 12. I'm like, that's a good deal, bro.
Yeah.
Now he's laughing because he thinks I'm joking. I'm dead ass. You got to have all your meetings. You spend 12 grand to make it to your daughter's birthday. No one else is on there. You're going to be on time. You ain't got to. 12,000 is a lot of money to us. It ain't shit to someone making hundreds of millions of dollars. You're goddamn right. Get on that jet. The feeling of relief, the feeling of convenience, I understood it then. So then after that, I started thinking, you know what? I'm going to start letting myself put a little money towards convenience for me. To feel lighter. I see now what it feels like when someone's like, boom, this, that, just like knowing that they can make something happen. I had to see it because it's very difficult because we don't know a lot of people that have these circumstances or instances. So from base level, if you don't know someone that's got a $12,000 jet, budget, I would start with people that are happy, people that have a job that they're happy with or successful at, someone that's following a passion, Whether they're making money on it or not, they just love it.
Right.
And I think people that have children or family dynamics that you appreciate.
Yes, putting yourself in the position that you want to be in and surrounding yourself with those people and that energy. Just like even with the networking thing, it's on like a smaller scale, but like even being in the room with these people who are going for it and who are like, no, I am who I say I am. And like you just have to do in collaboration. Like I felt that energy. And like in that moment, I was just so fired up. I was like, no, like I am a life coach. I'm going to go do the thing tomorrow. I'm going to make the event. I'm going to start the podcast. So I think it is really important to like know who you want to be and then make the adjustments within your life to place yourself in those moments.
And you have to find them. Like networking events is the easiest one. My partner works in real estate. And on our second date, he's like, oh, I'll be at a networking event. I'll meet you around 5. When he got to me, he's like, yo, I had to take a nap in my car. Like, I'm not prepared for networking energy. He's like, I literally like said fuck college and started doing this because I didn't want to be surrounded by people all the time.
And now you have to be.
I don't know how.
You know what's so crazy about that? Last night when we were watching you do your signing, we were like looking at the line and just like, we were like, she's going to be so socially drained after this, like talking to all these people and like having to be like, even if you were really happy, like fake happy, like, you know, over the top, you know, I was like, she's going to be exhausted.
A lot of I was exhausted. And there was such a line, like, just like, it was just like nonstop. And I was like, I can only imagine what it feels like to go home.
I'm not exhausted in it though.
Right.
Because as an extrovert, how do you get energy from other people? So like in that moment, I'm like, yeah. The thing that actually got draining, and I feel bad for people that listen, or you maybe found this show because you listen to me or anything, but I'm going to be honest. I want to hear how something helped you, but I need like a buffer.
Yeah.
There was a girl last night who was like, my abortion was the same. Bitch, first of all, the abortion story wasn't mine. Not saying I have one, but you connected on a different chapter. Then another one comes up to me and she's like, I work in cancer research. And it triggered me because I was like, she about to tell me something about cancer. Who died from cancer? She's like, no, that's just my job. I was going to say I love listening to the podcast. And I'm like, yo, I'm always like bracing for impact. Yeah. Because sometimes it's not this fun moment. It's like, yo, I have 60 seconds to tell someone how they've helped me through something.
Right.
So I'm going to receive it. I'm going to hold your hand. I'm going to hug you. But there are moments where I'm like, oof. But then some of those moments shaped how I even work.
Yeah. And that was like one of my questions is like, you're just so, and I admire it about you. You're just so authentic. And sometimes it's hard for people to like just be authentic to them in all the rooms that they go in. Were you always an extroverted person, or do you think podcasting kind of helped you be more extroverted? Like, how do you become so comfortable just with anyone you talk to? Like, you just sit down and just, you know, you just have the conversation.
Podcasting made me this way.
Yeah.
But I think good podcasters don't have to be extroverted.
Yeah.
That's my hot take. I do not believe that. I think, listen, like you, I'm guessing are not an extrovert based on you asking me this question.
Yes, I think it kind of depends. So I think the more comfortable I get with people, I can become a little bit more extroverted. I think naturally my tendency is to be more introverted and reserved. But then there's times I feel like where I can be extroverted. It's just so, my natural state is introvert.
Well,
but
this isn't a comedy podcast, so you don't have to be.
Yeah,
right?
That's true.
Like if I'm listening to something like this, I'm probably going to expect an introvert to host it.
Yeah.
If you were an extrovert, they wouldn't get an answer out of me.
Yeah.
Like I'll ask a question horrible. Oh my God, tell me about how you found out you were gay. Because when I was watching your movies, girl, I was looking at it like, I'm going to ruin it.
Yeah.
Right? So I think like I was always this person. Podcasting didn't help. However, people that know me, they say I've always been like this.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, there was a comment that I screenshotted that I loved on YouTube. It was my first time being on The Breakfast Club. And this girl goes, oh my God, that's Gila. I went to Olympia High School with her. This is so fucking crazy. I can't believe this. Damn, she's the same. Like all caps. And at that point, I graduated high school 10 years ago. So I'm like, I don't think I'm the same. And everyone keeps saying this because you want to think you got better.
Right.
No. My boyfriend also said something to me that hurt my feelings in a disagreement. And I realized, oh, he said it differently how I thought. He's like, sometimes I'm just nervous at what you're going to say. I'm like, why? Do I embarrass you? He's like, of course you don't embarrass me. But I'd be like, yo, you get so comfortable. No, like around family.
Okay.
You get so comfortable and loose. You just be talking. And we haven't had a moment like that. He's like, but when I see you with your mom, y'all are like, oh my God, niggas, bitch, pussy. He's like, we sit with my parents and they're like, oh, and what college did you go to? Like, he's like, so things shift and it makes him go to this place of like, oh, I really do know how to compartmentalize.
Yeah.
Not in this way like I'm phony, but I can code switch in ways that are comfortable. So what happened to me in corporate America, to answer your question about like always being this way, I couldn't always be super authentic.
Right.
But I was authentic for corporate America.
Makes sense.
I was Weezy behind a desk. I wasn't necessarily cursing or talking about sex at work, but I was friendly. I was jokey. I was hosting like the little events at work or game things. Like I was always that girl. I think I've always had a place. If I'm in a religious setting, I'm going to still be Weezy a little bit.
Yeah.
Like everything is still going to be the same.
Right.
That to me makes you authentic. It doesn't mean like, okay, did you watch the Gerard Carmichael show?
No.
So he's a comedian, gay man who does this reality show about his life. It's so good. It's so raw and it's not shot like any reality show. He goes to his parents who don't accept him being gay, but they're opening up to it. And he starts sharing Grindr photos and different shit with his dad. So my co-host and I are getting to this debate. She's like, why would you give a fuck what your parents think? Like, be authentic, be yourself. I'm like, yes, be authentic, be gay. You don't need to tell your dad about the dicks you about to suck.
Right.
Sometimes I think authenticity is a blanket for, I'm going to be this crazy motherfucker. This is why Republicans hate us. Because they think we're all wild as fuck. No, I'm wild where I have a safe zone.
Right.
On this podcast, I may talk differently, even though I said pussy 3 times. I may talk differently than I would on Horrible.
Right.
That's the thing.
It's like still being yes. No, we're gonna keep it all in. I want it all in. I want it to be real and raw for people to listen to. One of my other questions was, so I feel like, and maybe not always, where people have a moment that's like triggering for them to like start a new journey or something that happened that made them want to strive for more. And there was something I read.
Oh, this is hitting me so hard right now.
Why?
Because sometimes when my co-host and I have a large accolade, I think that's how we'll end our show. And
what do you mean?
Maybe 30 minutes before I walked in this door, I was like, I'm a New York Times bestseller. Mandy's a New York Times bestseller. Does our podcast end now? Like, when would it stop?
Yeah.
When would we go solo?
Yeah.
Not saying the podcast is going to end, but there are moments where I'm like,
what's that moment?
How do you, that? I don't know. So you saying that is just really crazy.
Yeah. Because I read something happening on a dating app. I know she had mentioned yesterday, like a dating app experience, kind of like, do you think that was the catalyst to everything happening? I was just kind of curious on what that dating app experience was.
What was the initial question? Then I'll tie it to the dating app.
Was that like the catalyst to like all of this happening? Like there's always, or again, not always, like maybe there's a moment where something happens and from there, like things just changed.
So that dating app moment, I can't remember, but as far as like a moment where things shift, I'm always looking for that sign.
Yeah.
And so I think the next thing for me embarking on my journey is obviously doing something alone.
Yeah.
Now, I have entrepreneurial ventures alone. I'm a businesswoman. I have a TV show alone. But in this podcasting space, I'm not alone.
Right.
I don't even care to be alone.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit to be a solo podcaster. I've done this almost a decade. I love the work I do at Mandy. Like, I like being in the duo talking about sex. When I do solo episodes on Horrible, frankly, I'm bored. I don't like it when Mandy's not there. But I keep wondering what'll be the catalyst to us both saying, did we do enough? And I don't know what that is. And this is not me trying to also like give this intel of it almost being over.
Yeah.
It's just, it's a constant thought. Like, this podcast has lasted a long time.
Yeah.
And I'm always thinking about that. If it's over, what's the next thing? And the thing that really sucked about our rebrand is it gave me too much time to wonder.
Yeah. And that was something I was kind of curious about. Like, what are you nervous about anything with the rebrand of the podcast? Like, does that bring up anything for you?
No. If I could do it my way, I would reverse it.
Yeah.
I don't wish we rebranded.
Yeah. It's so funny. I meant to bring this up like the beginning of the podcast of how we met so long ago. And it's just moments where me and Nisha have spoken in the past of like all the things that we're going to manifest, and like this kind of almost being one of them. Yeah. And so sometimes we just sit and we think about it, and it's just like really it's just really crazy because it was during COVID. And I remember, and we talk about this all the time, we would just sit in the back of our house and just talk about the things that are going to happen, talk about the people that we're going to work with and what the circumstances are going to be. And it's just so crazy to start seeing things, the puzzle pieces kind of move. And the first time we met was at a live show at SOB's for the guys next door.
Oh, wait, you told me that at Christmas?
Maybe Niche might have.
Yeah, you told me I met your cousin at a live show.
Yeah, and it's so I have the picture because I wanted to show you. I ended up finding it, and it was back in 2020.
Oh my God, my hair's the same. Oh, I'm so skinny. January 17, 2020.
And it's just so crazy to me.
You look so much more Latina here.
In that photo?
Yeah. It gives like Bronx gal. You look Latina.
Yeah.
You do.
My dad is half Puerto Rican.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
It must be your hair like that.
Yeah. But
it could be the puffer jacket. Certain outfits give real New York.
Yeah. Well, we're from
crazy.
Yeah, I know. It was so long ago. But it's just so crazy that now I'm sitting here just having a conversation with you. Because at the time I would have not.
It's so weird that we think these things aren't like real.
Yeah. Because I would have never, like in that moment, like I would have never even imagined just
you having a show
and just casually having a conversation.
Do you think I thought that sucking dick stories would give me a New York Times bestseller?
I mean,
like when I think about that, Mandy and I's first time meeting, we were fighting in a club.
Yeah.
Like the fact that this happened is like, the fuck? Like my mom was really in shock last night. And like, I kept looking at her because she wasn't laughing a lot or making many faces.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, she's just really like stuck.
Yeah.
Like, I think my mom is sitting there like.
She's taking it in.
Yeah.
She was like, I was like, oh, let's go eat. And she's like, no, I just kind of need to be by myself.
She's like, this is a lot.
This is like, and having a kid and them turning out to be like this, or starting a baby like you just did, and your first guest is someone that you fuck with. Like, I don't know. There's also something I do now, which is how I know I'm not all the way 100% in my manifestation or just where I'm at in enlightenment. But sometimes people that are bigger than me at what I do, more well known, like even last night, I was so shocked Shan showed up for me. Why? Shan's a sweetheart.
Yeah.
She's like always been supportive. Then she started buying books for people. And I'm like, why is she doing this? But I realized it's because I was a fan first. So I think when you are watching someone and you don't meet and get to meet that day,
right?
You have those moments.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember the PR girl with the red hair from BET Weekend.
Yes, I do.
Stassi, my homegirl, she was a fan of the show, and then we became friends. And like, it's funny. We were out to eat one day, and she's like, "You allergic to eggs, right?" She can't eat eggs. I'm like, "How do you know that? I never told you that." She's like, "I listen to the show."
Yeah.
And I'm like,
"I know you."
Damn, that's weird, but it's not weird.
I was gonna say, does it ever come across like kind of creepy? Like,
no,
I'm
because
a fan of yours. Like, it's kind of weird. I feel like
I don't think it's weird because it's weird when someone acts weird. We all know what a creeper is like.
Right.
Yeah.
But I listen to podcasts. You telling me I became friends with Jesus? Like, if I start listening to, I don't know, Behind the Likes, let's just say, because they just started recording here. What's so crazy about me going to drinks with that girl suddenly? So what? Like, being fans of something seems so bad because it puts us in this, I'm below, you're up. There's so much power in telling people you appreciate your work.
Yeah.
And we just don't know how to do that without seeming like we're fangirling. I think the fangirl energy of like, oh, I can't believe I'm going to say that. That's what makes it weird.
Yeah.
My boyfriend, I think, said to me the other day, we were in Vegas. He's like, you crack me up how you'll stop someone to tell them like, your shit is good, blah, blah, blah. There's a DJ about to get on stage. It's this Afro house stage at ADC. And he's like talking to people whenever. The second he has a moment, I'm like, no. I'm glad you got on that flight from South Africa. You needed to be here. I've been waiting for this. He's like, oh, thank you. What's your name? I was like, don't worry about it. Just thank you. I love you. Thank you. And I do this to everyone.
Yeah.
I want people to know I'm watching them. I'm seeing them. I don't care how many times a day. I don't care if I see Beyonce and tell her that. I'm going to have her hear it.
Yeah.
I think we're so scared of it.
Yeah. And I think there's something to that because even for me, it's just like, I feel like sometimes we don't give people their flowers. And I think it's nice to hear that. I think it's nice to like uplift someone's day and let them know they're doing, because they might not have, even, people are, big and successful, but some people may not have someone feeding them their power back to them. And I think it's nice to be able to like look at people and being like, no, like you're doing the thing. You should be here. Like you're living what you should be. I think that's very important because, a lot of people don't have that for themselves.
Baseline, we all need to compliment somebody today before the day is over. We have to like make that a thing.
Anything. I like your shoes. I like your shirt. Something.
I'm always like, I fly a lot and I'm always like being really nice to flight attendants. And now they even know me for it. I'll get up. Like, I travel with a dog a lot. Yeah. Everybody loves a little dog. I'm always just like, y'all good? My flight's 6.5 hours. I talk. And this one guy said to me, girl, the liquor is free. Like, just go sit down. You don't have to love on us this much. I'm like, I just want to.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be nice.
I think we're just so far removed from kindness. Like, overload of social media all the time with like hate shit. We hate watch stuff. I hate watch stuff. Like, not because I'm a hater, but like, I'm watching And Just Like That right now, the Sex and the City sequel. It's so bad. I hate it. But I'm watching it. We just so used to talking shit. I stopped watching it. I'm talking shit. Like, we're in a vile era. Like, the way even my thoughts go sometimes with people, like, oh, bitch deserved it. Like, but I really think I'm just becoming a product of this social media ethos of it's invisible. No one knows who I am. I can say it. You can read it. It can hurt you. Look at celebrities crash outs. From a comment from a fake page. Like, people can reach anybody now. So that's so online that when I'm in person with someone, I try to have those interactions.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Is this the life you're living now? Is it what you seen yourself living as when you were younger? Like, what was your biggest dream as a child?
Ugh, it's so like against feminism. I just want to be a wife and mom. I pictured that. I always pictured like having money and being able to travel. But no, I'm not gonna lie. I always thought my life would be like this. I just didn't think I'd be paying for it.
Yeah.
Like, I really thought I was gonna marry a rich man. And my mom, she didn't train me to marry a rich man, but she trained me to take care of a man. My mom was a housewife. So like, that was things that I learned from her. So it's funny to be this quote unquote boss bitch because I still be simping out for any man.
Yeah.
And it's because this is how I learned how to date. So I think that's really sometimes like my superpower is how much I can be in feminine energy while every single day being dominant. But I'm also not a aggressive or dominant leader.
Yeah.
So kind of the way that I pictured my life being light, it's like that now. Like, running businesses and stuff like that, reprimanding is the hardest thing I have to do because I'm like approaching everything with love and gratitude. So I think what I thought life would be like young was like happy, travel, kids, family. And I did see wealth. I just didn't think I'd be working.
Yeah.
Because I think I wanted lightness in my life. Like, I didn't want life to feel heavy because my mom really had I'm just going to wake up when I want.
Yeah.
My mom would be exhausted. Get up, make me my lunch for school, and make my dad his food. We'd go off our separate ways. I'd watch my mom go right back up the stairs, go to sleep, watch Days of Our Lives or some shit. Like, housewife, like, maybe I'll clean at 12, maybe I won't. And karmically, she just deserved that life, right? For me, I don't feel like I'm working that hard sometimes because I'm living life like it's easy.
Yeah. It's just interesting because I love to just hear like what people thought they would be doing or what was that one thing. Like, I know for me when I was little, like I can't say I was that little girl that was like dreaming of like my wedding day or like being a mom. Like, younger Tori wanted to be on TV. Like, she wanted to dance, she wanted to model, she wanted to do all these things. And I'm always just kind of curious of what that dream was for people because I feel like sometimes we lose that inner child as we get older and we kind of like lose that vision of what we wanted when we were younger. And I think it's important that we like stay in contact with that. And luckily for me, I had time to kind of like give myself a childhood. I feel like that I wasn't able to have when I was younger. And I took the time a couple of years ago just to kind of explore all those things. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to be end up doing what I wanted to do when I was little. So I'm always just kind of curious of like, what was that dream for you? And are you living it right now? Like, did you ever see yourself writing a book?
That's a good question, actually, because when I ask this question to people, I ask it in the reverse. Like, what would have been your other job?
Okay.
Like, if you weren't doing this, what would be your other job? Like, what would you do right now if you needed to make money, whatever? That's what I asked.
Question too.
For that question, if it was a job, I was obsessed with Jenny Jones, which is crazy because she wasn't like the best talk show host. Like, when you think back, it's like even Ricky Lake was a little more popping than her. But like, we had Oprah and I wanted to be Jenny Jones, but I think
I don't even know if I know who Jenny Jones is.
She was this blonde woman. She kind of had the same messy Maury vibe, but not. But she was like chill. I don't know. I just enjoyed her. I don't know. She struck me and I was like, oh, I'll be Jenny Jones. I think I was never really passionate about anything that deeply as I became 18, 19. I just knew I wanted money.
Yeah.
My parents reached financial hardship when I was in high school. And I was like, oh yeah, nah, like I need to have money. So whatever it is, which was why it was easy to drop out of college. I had this conversation with my partner because
I didn't know that. I didn't know you dropped out.
I dropped out of college and so did he. And we talk about it a lot because his dad's got a master's. Every single person in his family is college educated, down to the sister-in-laws, everybody. They're, Africans, they either do two things. They scamming or they scamming with a degree. Like, no. They got a degree or they scamming, right? I'm joking. But literally, like, when we're presented with how higher education, like the view of higher education, it comes from this degree. So we started talking about college because when the New York Times bestseller came out, he's like, damn, this is like an award in a way. I was like, I don't really know if I have an award. I was like, and I need to tell my mom this because I didn't finish college.
Yeah.
That's when you get to say, here's this thing I did in life. It's college, babies, marriage, right?
Right.
Maybe a little birthday. But at the end of the day, for me, college was this thing that just didn't fit because I wasn't passionate about a particular subject.
That was my next question because I dropped out too.
I just didn't want to. Yeah. Journalism was what I went to college for, but I was kind of bored with it. I just knew I wanted to make money. And so frankly, I don't want to discourage people from college or say that college is bad in any way. I think college is necessary for just being able to have business acumen, finish a goal, discipline, but it just wasn't for me. And it wasn't for me because there was no dollar amount that the degrees I wanted would give.
Yeah.
I don't want to be an anesthesiologist at the time. I was like, that's 400 something K. Like I have to figure out something else. Sales. I looked up things, how people make money without college degrees. I looked up the time that I can turn that money over.
Yeah.
I looked up debt, like just thinking about how I would get so well versed in one subject and be lacking in the other. It just wasn't hitting for me. And I will say, I do think that the only thing college would have given me that I don't have today, I don't really know how to execute a project without running through the steps 100 times.
Yeah.
I think college students get to learn how to problem solve easier. So sometimes for me, I need help. Like I have assistants for things that shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
I should be able to get this one thing, but that's my flaw. So
how did you end up in tech?
So I just wanted to work in sales. And I worked at a clothing store, White House Black Market, and I was making commission. I wanted to make commission because that's how I knew I could make the most money. So at 20, I was like, I need to make $75K if I want a vacation, which is crazy amount of money to make at 20.
Yeah.
But I was like, what would pay the most? So it was Louis Vuitton, all these stores. So then I found out if you do mid-luxury brands, you can get there if you're selling high.
Okay.
So worked at White House Black Market and I was like a top seller. This lady from T-Mobile comes in and she needs suits for T-Mobile conference. She told me she needed one suit and I sold her a bunch. And I oversold her what she said her budget would be. After that, she hands me her card. She's like, there's a T-Mobile store down there. I was like, I don't know anything about phones. I'm good. She's like, you could make like 85, 90K if you're really good.
Yeah.
So went in there.
Like, okay, I can figure it out.
I'm phony. So I walk into the meeting and I remember they were asking me questions about phones and I know how I sold. Actually, he records here. His name's Dan Robbins. He's a bald white dude.
He records in LA?
Once in a Blue. He does a podcast here. He was the guy who hired me. And he kept asking about phones. Do you have a passion phone? I was like, I'm so sorry. No, I'm just like really good at making everyone like me. And the person that was sitting next to him, I remember the way she looked. Because I didn't mean it in this way, like I'm this or that. I was like, everyone's going to buy whatever I say because I'm really good at making people like me.
Yeah. And that's
girl, didn't even have a second interview. He was like, done. And I realized why. Because selling, that attitude, you got to be a little delulu. Like, you ever watch those infomercial type shit, like QVC? Oh, you got to get it right now. You got to do like, that's the attitude.
Yeah.
So T-Mobile, it's telecommunications. So I just started going up the ladder.
Oh, okay.
And then eventually moved to New York to work in corporate offices. So then I decided T-Mobile wasn't paying me enough. I'm an idiot. And I worked at Spectrum for 8 months. Mm-hmm. I was selling tech there, data recovery software, which is so crazy because it's like, what is that? But it's before niggas had iCloud. So basically I would go into offices and be like, what if there's a hurricane or a power line and your computer crashes? Boom, you got to hide it somewhere. So I was selling people cloud shit.
Okay. And what did it feel like? So now you're working in tech and then you're going into podcasting. What did it feel like when you were able to finally quit corporate? How scary was that? Because sometimes I think even now when I'm working my job and I'm like, okay, well, when that time comes, like, what's that going to feel like for me? Or like, when do you know that time is right to just be like,
okay, this is the one thing I don't think is a feeling.
Okay.
I think the feeling may be freedom, but people can think they have a project going well, so they quit their day job. No. You got to have enough time on your hands for however long it lasts to do both at the same time till one kind of evens out.
Okay.
So let's just say transparently, the job at Spectrum was paying me almost $200 and T-Mobile was like $130. And I remember I left for a $75K raise, something like that. There may be an interview where I said something different. I just feel like it was more than 50. So unhappy at Spectrum. T-Mobile was like, oh, our little girl's got a podcast. They were putting it in newsletters. Spectrum was like, don't even say the word podcast. They were just so different.
Yeah.
So when I quit my job, they didn't want me to leave. And he was like, I know you have a podcast. Tell me why you're leaving. You know, this stuff comes and goes. Like you're holding a high power position. Da, 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 da. I literally was like, well, I'm making $90K on my podcast. He's like, you make $200 here. I'm like, yeah, but I make $90K on a podcast that I can only do from 6 to 10 p.m.
Yeah. So imagine if you had more free time.
I'm literally traveling on the weekends and I'm like, I now see that only one job is holding me back from more money. And I remember the way he let me go too. I was like, for example, if I get a raise in a higher position by you, I get a 10% increase on my salary. That's only $20K. If I have more time on my hands, I may get $20K in the next 3 months just from being able to do gigs. I've said no to this amount of money because I have a day job. And the stuff I said no to was like maybe hosting gigs and maybe little TV spots. And I was like, all of this stuff adds up, not to mention the amount of taxes that come out.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to do insurance Cobra. You know, when you leave a job and shit, they give you that little. I was like, I'm good. I spend so much money in transportation, feeding myself with work. I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, that $200K after taxes is like $160. So in my opinion, I'm not losing much. And they were just like, okay, bitch.
We get it.
We get it. Like literally, you have to think, and that was half of the money, right?
And I just think, yeah, and I'm actually really excited you're kind of breaking this down because I think it's important, again, for people to hear who are striving to maybe quit their job or something. It's like, how long, not to say like they should stay at their job the same amount you did, but like, how should they navigate that, or the thought process they should have in navigating, like, okay, like you said, stay at your day job for as long as you can. And
we think we can't do that. Like, yeah. I don't know if I said it on podcast or if I said it out loud, but I was like, bruh.
I think it's another like social media thing.
I just found out through grapevine, through someone bringing it up, Bridget Kelly has a day job. And I'm like, so?
I don't even know who Bridget Kelly is. I feel like I live under a rock.
She's a singer that used to have a podcast with my co-host Mandy. And I remember thinking like, that's lit. Why would she's married? She's a stepmom to children. Like, why the fuck would she not have a day job and just chill? Why the fuck would she, who's been famous for most of her adult career, on TV, singing, doing all this shit, why would she have to be front facing again? Just so people could tear you up in comments? Like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. So the conversation having around it, and I don't want to put her out there by any means, but this conversation I had just made me think, why do we think that working for anyone is bad?
I don't know. I'm not, and maybe it's another social media thing. thing, you know, like we see people being entrepreneurs and having this like lavish lifestyle and thinking that is what entrepreneurship is. And I think people miss a lot of like entrepreneurship is fun and you do get the freedom, but it's also a lot of work. And like working a day job can be great too if that's what works for you. If you're someone who doesn't want the extra responsibility of worrying about it, you know, around the clock, you can just go clock in and clock out and you get your consistency. I'm not sure why people think it's a bad thing. I think just being an entrepreneur is glamorized.
It is.
And it can bring a lot of freedom and it can bring a lot of nice things, but it is also a lot of responsibility to run successful businesses. And I think that's the part that people tend to overlook a lot. Like there's a lot of work that goes into entrepreneurship and making sure you
can have like a safety net. You know how like much money you have to have while being an entrepreneur? Just make sure that if that dream fails, like the day job could be the fuel. My homegirl, shout out to Josie Wong. She just quit her job, high-powered position at Farfetch and Estee Lauder in London. We were sitting down. She's like, I'm following a passion. I want to make Black women founders reach levels of success that they didn't think they can get to. Mm-hmm. I want to work with people who are mid-range in their company and figure out how to get them their goals. Mm-hmm. She's been doing it for all these major brands for years, quits her job. So I'm sitting with her and her husband. And I was like, could you have done this if you didn't have Jamie? Mm-hmm. And she's like, yeah, for like 6 months to a year. But like, no, because I got a baby.
Yeah.
Like, we need a support system. Maybe it's moving back in with your parents, whatever it is. Like, we have to sacrifice something. And so for me, it was working 80 hours a week, day job, horrible, touring. Girl, I was carrying a suitcase to work, telling them I was going to go visit my parents for the weekend, coming back strung out from live shows on Monday morning, flying right in from the venue, like doing both. And so I think being realistic with yourself, like, are the opportunities coming in to where I have to turn them down? That's when the day job should go. I would even compare it to something like this. Maybe it's not entrepreneur or entertainment, but let's just say you're a producer on a podcast, for example.
Yeah,
Danny worked here, right? We love Danny. Danny and Denisha were like our first 2 team members at WTF. Danny was starting to do so many gigs that he really just couldn't work at WTF. Same shit, still podcast engineering, still like running shows, but those gigs were just coming quicker. So we had to quit. And then we don't even say quit because we would do One in the Blue.
Right.
Just, you know, but it's shit like that. Like, it's being able to do a few at the same time. My advice I would give to anybody though, if you're not in a corporate job that's like the one I was in, you had to be real secretive.
Yeah.
If they're kind of open, I would kind of be open also about what you're doing. Our tour manager, Vinny, got hired for a new job recently. And he was like, oh, I told them they think I'm so bubbly and great. Yes, I also work as a tour manager. So, you know, once every few years, I'll be going on tour. So this whole summer, the company's mad. He's like, but they low-key were sold by me.
Yeah.
I think we have to let everyone in the room know. Keep your expectations low, nigga. Because I'm not going to be here. I'm here right now. Just letting you know.
Yeah. No, you're right. Going back to sacrificing, what are some things, you know, besides like your job, do you feel like you had to sacrifice in order to be where you're at right now?
Or family time.
Yeah.
Even today, I have to go to Essence Fest. So my dad's 90, my mom's 74. All I want to do is spend time with them. The day I was supposed to spend time with my parents, boom, 24 hours of food poisoning. I felt so guilty. Yeah. My dad is so disappointed. And it's not like he's trying to make me feel bad. He's just like, well, aren't you going to leave? And now I can't spend time with you. It's like, it makes me feel so bad.
Yeah.
So quality time is what I've missed out on.
Yeah. Because people don't realize you have to sacrifice something. I forget who I was talking to this. Might have been with Niche. That like something has to be sacrificed. Like whether it's an environment, whether it's friends or it's family or it's food. Like something has to be sacrificed. Even for me, like I used to do edibles. But there was a point for me where it almost felt like it had to be one of my sacrifices because it was something that like was taking up a lot of my time. Like I wasn't being productive. I wasn't staying on top of what I had to do. And I remember like just sitting there being like, I feel like this is, and it's so silly to be like talk about edibles, but like,
why is that silly?
Well, no, because it's just like, I don't know.
I had to quit getting high.
Yeah. I had to, yeah.
People act like vices oh, it's so silly to say I had to stop going out or going to like, just because you don't have kids, right?
No.
Okay, so like we're only as big as our like current vice.
Yeah.
Like honestly, I don't think that's crazy at all. If you had to stop doing edibles to like reach another potential, it might sound silly to some, but like no, if that's your leisure or your pleasure, sometimes we take advantage of that shit. Like,
yeah,
that makes sense to me.
And on that moment, I was like, I feel like it was such like a strong feeling of like, in order for you to get where you want to be or where you see yourself, you're gonna have to like cut this out because this is keeping you stuck. Like literally,
saying no is hard. Oh my God. Oh, being able to say no is like superpower shit. We just got an award from a magazine. We did Sheen magazine. And basically they're like, we're going to fly you out. We'll put you up in a hotel. We'll pay for all your transportation, all your meals. We just want you to show up at the award show. The award show is on the 24th in Atlanta. Our last live show date is the 19th in September. And I was like, I'm just finishing a big ass tour.
Yeah.
I'm doing this shit for a flight. Don't get me wrong. It's another accolade. It's great pictures. They're paying for hair and makeup too. I'm just like, no.
Is it worth it?
I just said no in July. And Mandy hit me and was like, oh, well, like we could shoot some episodes while you're in Atlanta. And I was like, I'll just come to Atlanta.
Yeah.
5 days after our show.
Burnout is a real thing.
Oh, that's the thing that's hard. Now I got a burnt out price. I ain't gonna hold you, girl.
I mean,
I won't move for this number for the burnout. Like, did you see the Alicia Keys thing about she turned down?
I was gonna ask you that because I see that and I was like, that's crazy. And I was gonna ask you.
It's only crazy because we ain't got our money.
Wait, what are we talking about?
I was literally gonna say, Weezy, would you turn down?
What was it? Tell Denisha and tell the audience. I don't.
It was now. I can't say verbatim, but it was pretty much along the lines of like Alicia Keys turned down. Was it like $9 million?
To spend time with Swiss.
Swiss Beats. And she turned it down to spend time with him. And I was like, would you turn down that million?
Which is crazy. That's actually a good question to ask Weezy. Would you
I was trying to look
down
up
that amount of money to spend time
I think it was
$9
million. I think she turned down $9 million.
I don't think it was $9 million, bitch.
It was $9 million.
It was
it was something million.
Let me find it.
It was I think it was $9 million. It was it was like a hefty amount. And I was like,
well, they really get many because you seen that art. I went to their art collection and I was like, oh no, this is Illuminati.
Because I would have been like, I'll be back.
Right. So my boyfriend and I had a funny conversation about his birthday because he told me all I want is us to just spend time together. Well, how much was it?
$9 million for a 9-minute performance.
That's crazy though. That's like crazy talk. 9 minutes.
How much is Alicia Keys' net worth?
Her net worth, let me see.
Because you got to think, she was also building out Hell's Kitchen. Maybe this trip she took with her man was literally reconnection.
Yeah. I mean, sacrifice.
That's what I'm saying.
150 million.
Oh yeah, okay, I'll turn it down.
Yeah.
150 million? Okay, so here's the thing. This is how I know I ain't getting money for real yet. Okay, so I do a lot of talks on like HIV awareness for Black women. And I got called to be a replacement keynote speaker.
Okay.
In Santa Monica for something with some company. It was on the 19th. My boyfriend's birthday is the 20th of May. And our cruise took off on the 19th. I was like, babe, I just got offered this job. I just turned it down. I was like, I knew it might be fun. We could still like, do something, but I just don't want to ruin the cruise. He's like, did you even ask them how much it was? I was like, no, I just told them no. And he's like, go back and just see how much it was.
Yeah.
Girl, they offered me $18,000.
For how long? How long was the talk?
An hour.
Damn.
I recommended 3 other women, which, by the way, that wasn't my money.
Yeah.
Am I fuming? Yeah. But he and I had a sit down. He was like, let me tell you.
Don't let
Think
this
about
happen
your
again.
future.
Think about, he was like, yo, because we're talking about buying a home. And so he owns some property. So he's like, oh, maybe I'll get rid of one. We'll do this. Like, he's like, $20,000. Like,
yeah.
I'm really sitting there feeling stupid. He's like, nigga, we'll jump off the boat. So say all that to say, right? We were on the cruise. I was throwing up. The cruise was shitty.
Damn.
We hated it. The food was bad. We were having a terrible time. And we were on the deck. And it was the day that this keynote thing going to be. And I was like, damn, I'm not saying I don't want that money. but also like, I don't know, like I'm realizing right now there is something super special about being able to be present for this.
Yeah.
Because it's not that I missed that money. It's I've missed so many other moments with him because I had work.
Yeah.
So many moments. I missed Thanksgiving. I've missed right now his family's doing a party for 4th of July. And there's family I've never met. I've missed weddings. I can't be there because Essence. Yeah. I've every single weekend this summer I'm on tour. I can't be there for anything. Yeah. Mom's birthday, dad's birthday, nothing. So knowing that there was one thing that I had control of and I said no to, that felt powerful. But now I'm like, maybe they're gonna do 25 because they think I'm too good for shit.
Something else is gonna come.
Next time, get a surprise.
And also, you know what? Things happen for a reason because as much as I needed that bread, someone else needed it more.
Yeah.
And the girl that did it, when they hit her back, she FaceTimed me. I didn't even have her number saved. She's like, girl, what the fuck? Like, I haven't talked to you in like 2 years. And I was like, what happened? She was like, oh,
that could have been someone's blessing. You're right. You may not know what she could have been going through, whoever got it, but like that could have very well been like that blessing to them.
That was literally enough for me sometimes. I think it was when I posted that thing, maybe you saw it, because it was the day that they hit me like, we need a PA and da-da-da.
Oh, yeah.
I had given money inadvertently to people all day for like 24 hours.
Yeah.
Just recommending people for other jobs. And I was like, yo, I have always waited for this point in my life because this is what's happening to me. Someone recommended me to the HIV awareness thing and I've been doing it for 4 years. So like, it's the same shit. I'm just circulating money. And we don't know how to do that without, that's the real gatekeeping, right? It's not the restaurant. It's being like, I'm never going to share a contact. There's so much power in being that person.
But it also pays too, because I remember you shared a story about like, I think it was the same day where like you
with the check
someone and then you got the same amount of check and then in the mail. Like,
do you know what that check was from? No. Okay, so I told this story about a dollar amount. Let's just make it easy. Let's just say the dollar amount was $1,000. Someone needed me to produce a podcast at a festival, and I really wanted to do it, but I couldn't for some reason. Recommended someone else who, this bitch didn't really know what to do, but I was like, I know she got it on the ground.
Right.
So hits me and tells me how much she needed the money. And I was like, fuck, I needed that bread. Go home. Shan Booty had a show on Quibi 5 years ago. Quibi shut down. Why the fuck I just got that Quibi check? 5 years ago.
Yeah.
The same. It wasn't the same. It was maybe a few hundred off. It was pretty much the same amount. And I was like, yo, this just shows me you can give it and
you'll get it right back.
And I spent time coaching this bitch on how to act like she knew what she was going to do. She was like, fuck. I was like, say the word, run a show. You got it. All you got to do is come up with questions. She's like, really? And no, like it went great. They're going to hire her again. And I'm telling you, it's like spreading, even connecting friends. Like you ever have a friend that you're introduced to another friend? Like all of this shit is so fruitful in your life because it just comes back. That's literally what karma is.
Yeah.
It's just the compliment in person to bring it back around, making someone else's day, making them feel better. I can't tell you, like, it is truly how manifesting feels real.
Yeah. And it's also just learning how to not have that scarcity mindset also. Because it seems like it's easy, for you to be like, oh, like, I want to give and spread these resources, but sometimes it's really hard for some people to like work themselves out of that scarcity mindset if that's what they've kind of grown up. And even for me, like I feel like I'm still working on a scarcity mindset to be able to receive my things. So it is really, really hard. That is something I
think Weezy is like, I think you have a lot of love for the people that are in your life.
Yeah.
And you just want everybody to have bread. Like
I do.
Yeah.
I think I do because I've felt the opposite a lot. Like I've had a lot of moments of seeing like someone not helping me.
Yeah.
Someone that didn't make an extra step to do something for me. Even if something like simple as an interview, just people making me feel like I'm always asking for a favor. Like, so I just like to help when I can tell it'll be beneficial. Like you don't even need to ask for it. I'm going to figure it out. And I think it's because I'm not really crossing paths with a lot of genuine people anymore. Everything kind of like, everybody wants to work. Let's build.
Yeah.
I'm just, dude, me and Charlamagne had this conversation about a person that always be hitting us up about like, we got to network, we got to do this. He'd be like, what's up with this nigga? I'm like, bro, do you know how me and you get on the phone and we just start talking about dumb shit? Mm-hmm. I really need people to understand that that's actually how you build with those people.
Right.
I honestly treat just everybody normal.
Yeah, just build genuine relationships with people.
What the fuck is going on? You think just because you meet someone, it's like you've got 60 seconds to fucking elevator pitch them all this shit you want to do. No, bro. Just like actually be genuine. Mm-hmm. And I think so many times we're coming across people that are in that networky, like that we just don't know how to do that anymore. So when it comes to me wanting to share and give love and like help everyone I know, it's because like, oh, I'm noticing something genuine in them. Yeah. I've said so many secrets in this room. Denisha heard. I never heard them come back around. Maybe you know, but nobody else know. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's things like that. Things that I always notice or I pick up on. And it's like, it's just unforgettable to me.
Yeah. One question I have that I think would be really helpful to hear is what is one broke mindset that you had to let go of? If you had one.
Oh. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to make sure that this doesn't sound elitist or like you have to have a certain amount of money to do this. But okay, I used to think putting money aside or percentages of my money aside, it was better if I kept it in my account because I could see it. I used to think that putting money to 401k or putting money to stocks or even giving like, I think 1.5% is what my bank charges me to like be a stockbroker. Mm-hmm. I used to think spreading the money wasn't worth it. That is not true.
Okay. Good
like,
to know.
You actually need your money to work for you in other ways. We're just not smart enough to do it.
Yeah.
That to me was broke mindset shit. Like, fuck no. If I got $2,500 in my account, I'm finna keep it. Bro, 5% of that going towards your future. Like, then you figure out how to work with that 5% less.
Right.
To me, broke mindset is like trying to hold on so much, like the scarcity thing you're talking about.
Yeah. And this is even important for me to hear because it's something I'm even like financial literacy is something I'm working on. It's something that like I didn't grow up with. So just hearing it is also helpful for me and whoever else is.
It's listening. Actually the thing that fucks with me the most because at Trap House and WTF Media, I pay 1099s. So no one's getting taxes taken out, right? Mm-hmm. So they can manage their money how they want. To me, that's real financial freedom. I don't but
let me tell you.
Like I really believe that. You know what I'm saying? Like but then my financial advisor was like, I know how much you love and care about everybody. Don't you want to like help them actually make better financial choices? Like getting them a 401k, doing all this shit. And I'm like, ugh. Like, am I doing it in the reverse?
Yeah.
Because I really feel like most people that work here feel so like, oh my God, the chains are off me because I make exactly what I thought I was going to make. Right. Taxes are fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah, especially out here.
You ever get a check and you like,
gone? Like, where's the other half of it? Yeah.
I thought it was going to be 4 digits. It's 3 digits. What the fuck going on? Mm-hmm. Like, no. And I don't want to fucking do that for people. If you did X amount of shows and you know you get paid X amount for shows, you know you're going to pay your rent based off this. For some reason, when it comes to taxes coming out, we don't know what that check is going to look like. That's what freaks me out. So I really wanted to free people from that. But now I'm wondering as I'm getting older, like, damn, are they fucked up?
What goodness.
I don't think we're fucked up. I just think it would have been helpful for me at least to like know how to I guess budget for taxes.
Because we don't know how to do it.
We don't know how to do that.
We were never taught how to be independent. Yeah. That shit is scary.
It is scary.
Maybe I'll actually pay for like the advisor to like give recommendations. We do a Zoom. Like maybe that's something. Actually, that's what I'll do.
Yeah, that'd be really helpful. Okay, kind of not wrap up, but a little part of this show to
Girl, what do you mean not wrap up, bitch?
I know, it's 11:05.
I'm just like,
oh, is it? Yeah. Oh, well, then I'll start wrapping up. It's just like a really quick. I won't do all of them. It's like a speed round. So first one is manifest love or money first.
Love.
Hustle hard or flow easy.
Hustle hard until you can flow easy.
Okay, cool. That's valid. Talk it out or think it through.
Talk it out.
Meditate or hype yourself up.
Oof. What do you all think I'm gonna say?
Hype yourself up.
I think you're going to hype yourself up.
I am.
Yeah.
Fake it till you make it or keep it 100 all the way?
Oh, fake it till you make
it. Universe got your back or you make your own luck?
That's so hard.
I feel like you'd say a mix of both.
Mm-hmm. I do.
Yeah, I could see a little mix of both.
But my brain just went to the universe.
Yeah, that's valid. I would say the same thing. Gratitude list or goal list?
Oh, gratitude list.
Risk it all or play it safe?
Play it safe.
Okay.
I'm thinking all is my whole account. That's what I just. We talking about taxes and shit. Play it safe real quick.
Yeah, with taxes, you want to play around with taxes. Private wins or share the journey?
Private wins for the most part.
Yeah.
I don't be telling, like, people did not know I was making a gym. They didn't know we were doing a studio in LA. Yeah. I'd be like, bro, if I'm working with someone, I'd be like, oh, don't post this. Don't post this. Like,
that makes sense.
Drop it when it.
Because I was going to ask. Is real. Yeah, and that's why, because I was going to ask you before we left, was like, is there anything you're manifesting in the future? But I was like, honestly, I don't even want her to say it on the podcast because I don't want anything to intervene into that manifestation.
I've been talking about kids in a family for so long that I don't think there could be any intervention in it. Work-wise, no.
Trap House LA?
That for sure.
Yeah.
But also, I feel like that one's already given because it already exists. So people know I want more from it, but is there something else? I said something about it today, but I won't say it on this mic, but I'll tell you when we get off.
Okay, cool. Big city energy or quiet retreat vibes?
Big city energy. That's what gets you money.
Big city energy?
The most money's in big cities because it forces you. You're surrounded by money. You're surrounded by wealth. Materialistic wealth, but also at the same time, a bunch of people, the busyness, big city energy gets you paid.
Good to know.
Because what starts to happen is, like, I lived in Mexico during the pandemic. I wasn't working that hard. I'm like, life is simple.
Yeah.
We've got aguacate and pollo. I am happy. There's beach. Who cares? Because you get to enjoy simple pleasures.
Yeah.
Big city energy gets you paid.
Yeah. Yep. I believe it. This one was a good one for you. Books or podcasts?
Books.
Work in silence or announce the moves? That's kind of the same as the last one. We'll do a different one. Cash goals or impact goals?
Impact if it's getting me paid. I don't want to be broke for impact. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not about to be out here on the front lines with no job. I'm going to have a day job on the front line. I'm going to have a remote job on the front line. But
I think the great thing about impact goals is, like, when you're impacting and when you're purposeful and when you're helping people, the money comes anyways.
Yes.
That's what I like.
I think sometimes we, like, pretend that we're not doing something for the money, and I don't like that shit either.
Yeah.
I love liberating women about sex. If I didn't have a podcast, I'd be doing it in little small ways. Doing it for this long is because I'm getting paid.
Yeah.
It's more meaningful. I get to impact more people. I would have always been this person. But to the level that it's at, it's because I'm getting paid. Like, I think sometimes we concern ourselves with looking good as a person or this character or whatever, or these accolades. And, like, nah, that's sometimes where the impact gets jaded for me.
Sometimes we feel bad about wanting the money part of it too. Is that what you're saying? Yeah. I feel you. And then last one, universe signs or red flags, what do you trust more?
I'm a Pisces, sorry.
It's okay, I'm a water sign too.
Next question, you already know the answer.
And then this is the very last question, just to kind of wrap everything up. If you have any book recommendation, I mean, there's yours, or would you change anything in this journey of yours?
Would I change anything? On the book journey?
It could be the book journey or just anything in general. When you look back, is there something that you would have changed or that you would have liked to change? Or has everything worked out the way it needed to for you? And you're happy with how everything worked out?
Everything worked out the way it needed to.
Yeah.
But I know the biggest thing I wanted to change was I wanted this book to be called Horrible.
How come? How come you changed the name?
I think it would have made sense.
We were already changing the name so that we knew we would rebrand to get the book to be out there to more people. But now that I have a New York Times bestseller, I don't think it's because people that don't know us bought the book. I think it is literally because people who know us bought the book.
Yeah.
And No Holes Barred is a great name, but it's still a risque name. Horrible is the greatest fucking pun podcast name of all time. Yeah. No one's going to tell me different. It's better than all of them. It's better than Joe Rogan, Call Her Daddy, Flagrant, Red Idiots.
It's a great name. It's a great name.
Red Idiots is a good show. They're a little righty-tighty now on the right-wing side, but I will say I felt like that name was so strong. I think people would have picked up the book that didn't know us if the name Horrible was on it. I think we got into this daytime TV slots because we weren't called Horrible. I just don't know if it matters anymore. I don't know if it mattered. Now that this happened, I don't think it mattered. What I will say is, Essence Fence has given us, and AT&T giving us a nice little bag, and I think it's because we didn't call it Horrible. Yeah. But that's one aspect in life. I don't really know if this changed the trajectory of what was meant to happen anyway. In a book I recommend, a white woman wrote it. Y'all, let me tell you about this book. Assuming you already bought No Holes Barred. Okay. So I was looking for a book to get me back into reading because I'm just like, I can't finish books sometimes.
Yeah, my attention span, I don't know what's wrong with it, but I can't anymore.
Bro, I just read The Perfect Marriage. I read that book in a day and a half.
Really?
And it got my sparks going. And my boyfriend was like, I cannot believe you're doing this. We literally spent the night partying till 7 a.m, and I got back in the bed with the book. And he's like, the fuck? That's how good the book is? I'm like, it's like a movie.
Yeah.
I needed to get back into reading. That book, I'm not saying it's the best book in the world, but it was good. Like, ooh, I need to know what's next.
Is it fiction or nonfiction?
It's fiction.
Okay.
And it's like romance, murder crap. But the thing about certain books, a lot of good books are good at the last 100 pages. So now I'm like building too much. You know when a show is too long? Get to the motherfucking juice. Books be like that. I don't care.
I'm trying to get into fiction books. I hear they're great. I've so long read like personal development books and all that stuff.
Oh, Tara Schwartz. That's the best manifestation book I read.
Tara Schwartz.
The Source Is You, is it called? Hold on. Fuck, that book was good. For nonfiction readers. If you don't want to read ridiculous shit. Hold on. Damn it. Sorry, you're going to have to cut this.
No, it's okay.
The Source by Tara Schwartz. Swart. It's called The Source. Fuck, it was good. I found her from Theo Von's podcast before he had Trump on there. Okay. But she basically talked about manifestation and scientific reasons that it was working, and I read it, and I was like, damn, this shit is lit.
Yeah, I'm going to have to read that because I've been really into it lately. But thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Tori.
My first guest. I had such a good time, and you made it so easy.
You imagine you're the nervous one, and Denisha fucked up the video.
Wait, did she?
No.
I mean, I do have the bigger job over here. Like we said.
Not she. Mandy and Weezy. They about to go at
it. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. Make sure you do all the things like subscribe, follow us on all the socials, and we will catch you next time on Alchemize Your Life.